Hey
That's
guys, welcome to Were You Watching That, the movie podcast where three friends hang out and talk about our movie of the week. We will be spoiling the movies that we watch, so we do suggest watching before tuning in. I'm Taylor and I'm here with Megan and Renee, and today we're talking about the 2015 film Krampus. Um, Megan, this is your movie. Take it away.
all right. So for our little plot summary, we have when his dysfunctional family clashes over the holidays, young Max gets disillusioned and turns his back on Christmas. Meanwhile, this lack of festive spirit unleashes the wrath of Krampus, a demonic force of ancient evil intent on punishing non-believers. All hell breaks loose as beloved holiday icons take on a monstrous life of their own, laying siege to the fractured family's home and forcing them to fight for one another if they hope to survive. Mm. So, it came out in 2015. It's directed by Michael Dougherty, the same director who did Trick or Treat. I clearly like this guy. I absolutely love this movie. It has got to be one of my favorite Christmas movies, if not my favorite. Not the most nostalgic. There are ones that technically I could would consider more nostalgic because I grew up watching them. This is a newer favorite, but still an absolute favorite of mine. I love this movie. I know both of you, this is your first time watching it. And I get it. It's weird. It's weird. So, how did you all do with it? The weirdness. As Mike Kyle puts it, it checks off a lot of boxes for things I'm interested in, so it makes sense that I would really like it.
Yeah.
But Taylor, what do you think?
I don't know what I think, honestly. I'm not sure I liked.
Fair?
Um, I saw the guy's name and I went, "Oh, Trick or Treat." I liked Trick or Treat. We'll see how this goes. I think my main thing is maybe I just didn't understand it. I watched it twice because I was like, maybe
Okay.
I'm just like missing something and I'm not like understanding it. And I still was just like, I don't. It's just spoiler alert, they get trapped in the snow globe because they don't have Christmas spirit. Is that why? Or because he chucks the bell at him? Like I just don't understand. And maybe it's just like none of the characters are really all that likable. And then like I just the end is it's not a happy ending, which is what you expect from like a Christmas movie, right? So you're
But
like,
it's Christmas
"Oh,
horror, so
okay." And I don't even need a happy ending, but there's still a part of me that's like, I don't understand. And I don't know if I actually like it. And there were
that's okay.
lots of faces that I did not enjoy. I don't enjoy Krampus's fake, weird Santa vacant face. This,
Yeah. So that is
I don't
it's a
like it.
mask. It's purposefully a mask over the character's face, not the actor. Like that's
Okay.
part of the creation is where like the creature Krampus is wearing a horrific Santa mask.
Yeah, I don't
So
like
like
it.
the eyes, the creepy goat eyes you see under the mask are that's more what actual Krampus's face looks
I'm
like.
not even bothered by the eyes. It's the weird mouth that I'm like, get that out of here. Get it out of here. I don't like it. Um,
Yep.
I did think it was like funny, and I like all the actors that are in it. I just
It's a good cast.
like
It's
you
a
got
good
Adam Scott,
cast.
Toni Collette's there, that lady from Two and a Half Men and that Disney Angel movie
Yep.
TV show that I don't remember the name of.
Yep.
Todd Packer from The Office is in it.
Yep. It's a good cast.
Yeah, it's a great cast, but I was like, I don't I may never
Okay.
watch this. I'm so sorry, Megan.
That's okay. That's okay. Renee,
It's definitely not my type of movie, which I have said so many times. It's like make me laugh kind of movie.
it's
Um,
got funny parts.
it's okay. Krampus like running across the houses, hilarious. Okay, I love that part.
You acted different than
Um,
I did. We'll circle back.
there's a couple parts that were funny, but um, like I thought the movie was really well done. Like the director is a great director.
Mhm.
I think there's a lot of like the music matched really well and set the tone. Like all of that was really good. but like the movie itself, I'm like, this isn't my thing. Um,
Fair.
Different from Trick or Treat, where like not
Yeah.
necessarily that there was like on-screen kills, but there was like on-screen like attacks, and I'm just like gross. Like that fucking Jack in the Box thing that like opens its jaws and eats people. Hate it. Hate
Yeah.
it.
Same.
I have a love-hate with that. I hate it, but I love how much I hate it.
I don't like its mouth. I don't know what it
Yeah.
is about everybody's mouth. I don't like it. This part, great. This part, get it out of here.
And
This
like
is
I
really
was
great for
watching,
the audio.
I watched most of it with my sister, and like I'm like, what is happening? I'm like, this is so insane. I'm like, this is like kind of hilarious and kind of like, ugh. So that is funny.
So I kind of have like I have a combination of fun facts and folklore, some history, because Krampus is a folklore character
Hmm.
from Germany, especially in Austria. They still have festivals that are surrounding the character of Krampus. They do the Krampus run, all that. So let me get my notes about Krampus.
They have
So
a oh,
go ahead.
they have here in Toronto, they have like a Krampus parade that ends at like a
Okay.
Krampus party. I went one year. I think it was the year this movie came out. Not having ever seen the movie, I was like, yeah, let's go. Let's go to this weird goth party. I'm fine.
Yeah. So, the original origin of of Krampus is
Krampus.
unclear. It does a lot of scholars do kind of seem to agree that he is from potentially from pre-Christianity, from pagan celebrations of the winter solstice, potentially, but generally he is the essentially the opposite of Santa Claus. He is Santa, depending on the legends that you look at, he is either Santa Claus, like Saint Nicholas's helper, or kind of the opposite of him. Like, so he's a helper in the sense that Saint Nicholas comes to reward all the good children with presents, and Krampus comes to punish all the naughty children. If you're
Yeah.
bad, Krampus is going to come and beat you with a stick. Or some legends will state that he puts you in his barrel and either takes you away to eat you or drag you to hell. So he is not a nice person, not a nice
Thing.
part of not a nice legend. He is evil. He is the evil Santa,
Yeah.
as they say in
Anti-Santa.
the movie. Um, Now, kind of along with that idea, with the writing of this story, the goal was to make him the shadow of Santa Claus. So basically, kind of the opposite, be very dark. So we have the creatures of the elves, we have evil Christmas decorations, evil Christmas
Love,
cookies, evil toys,
love
just kind
those.
of the opposite. Instead of having him with his barrel, they gave him the giant Santa sack. I mean, he puts Omi in it. He straight up puts Omi in it and drags her off, right?
Poor Nana.
Um, with this, they also really wanted to play with the character in that he is not just coming barreling into the house and stealing everyone. The idea was to make him enjoy what he's doing and enjoy the cat and mouse of it. And he is basically screwing with them all. Like he does have the power to just come in and destroy everything, take everyone. But he's not there. He's there to punish, not just to like, I'm gonna drag you to hell, but I'm gonna make you feel bad and think about what you did, right? So, so we kind of already mentioned a couple, kind of already got some answers to a couple of questions I had. Um, with your feeling of it. So I guess one that I had was, did you find any of it creepy or scary in any sense, or was it overall like the humor came out more, or just felt weird, just kind of because it gets a Christmas movie. Essentially, the first act of the movie is meant to be a Christmas movie. A bit dark, a bit sad. I mean, the entire opening scene is not pleasant. We're looking at the dark side of modern Christmas season and the shopping and how horrible people can be.
Yeah.
Um, but it's supposed to be about here comes the in-law, here comes the family, here comes this, and those general events. And then it delves into the horror aspect of it. So once we get into that, did you guys find any of it creepy or scary, or was it just more like just either weird or comical? Yeah.
First, I don't understand why they were having like a kid Christmas pageant in the middle of a mall.
That is a weird, I don't understand that either. I'm not sure why they chose that. I think the only reason they chose that, I think, was to just to
So they're
show the
gonna have the
family.
Black Friday and the Christmas pageant at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. I wasn't scared as much as I was like kind of yucked out, but again, it was their weird mouths that I was like not about.
Yeah.
Overall it has like a very Gremlins-y feeling to it,
Yeah.
which I don't hate because I do really enjoy the Gremlins. So I'm like, okay, I could get behind this. I really liked the teddy bear that was evil. He was cute and creepy. I really liked the gingerbread men because they were cute and creepy and evil and kind of funny. I liked when like I liked when I don't know his real name. I like when Todd Packard jumped on the Jack in the Box and he got pulled out of the house and when Aunt whatever got yeeted as well. That was great. That was amazing. I was
Especially
like,
with the sound effect, the
it
very
was
comical.
so good. I'm like, okay, this is enough. I'll watch this over and over again. But I think it was maybe 50-50 weird and funny for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
I think there was like maybe only a couple parts where I was like, no, no, thank you. And again, it was the Jack in the Box, and it was when the girl was hiding underneath the car, whatever it was, the UPS
The
truck.
delivery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the DHL truck. Because I'm like, this is just like classic horror. You're hiding under the thing, you're being quiet, and then you see the feet, and then the feet go away, and you think you're fine, and then you're not fine. And I'm like prepared for that, but I'm still kind of like, no, no, thank you.
It's one of my favorite scenes. I love that scene. Like in terms of like genuinely feeling creepy and a little unsettling,
Yeah.
as that whole sequence is one of my favorites. I love, yeah, for me, him hopping across houses wasn't funny.
Hmm.
I loved it. I thought it was creepy and I love his creepy roar sound. To
Yeah.
me, I'm just like, oh, that's good.
That scene under the
Very
car also kind of like switches it into the horror
Mhm.
too, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like you've got the
Absolutely.
snowman and you're like, "Oh, okay, Jack
Weird.
Frost, I see you. Whatever. I know how this story goes. One of these snowmen's a stepdad or whatever it is. And he'll melt and everything will be fine." But that's not what happens and then it's just kind of like, "Okay, there's a snowstorm, there's these things. They're kind of creepy, but whatever." And then okay, we're in horror.
I I would say it falls into like a horror category, I guess. Similar to what Taylor said, like the mouths, disgusting. Like the Jack in the Box with the jaw. Like I said, hate it. The other one I hated was that fucking angel, and then like it like flies
His
at someone,
tongue.
and then like its little plastic tongue is. I'm like, are you serious? I don't
Yeah.
know. That made me so angry. Like I was full of rage with that one. I don't know
I thought it
why.
was funny. Not the tongue bit.
Um,
I thought the tongue thing was no, get it out of
that's
here. But
specifically
everything
the
else
tongue
about it, I
thing.
was like, this angel's kind of funny.
Another thing is like all these little ones, like the angel, the bear, like
I love the bear.
that cannot come on, that cannot overpower you. Give it a swift punch in the face and you're good, right? The gingerbread guys, I like them. I thought they were really funny. Similarly, where it's like they're so small, just fucking step on them.
I mean, the dog just straight up eats one, which
I
is
was
great.
Yeah.
gonna
And then
say.
I think I like Krampus better if you didn't see his face like ever. If it just stayed shadowy and mysterious.
Fair.
Because again, gross face. Like I feel like it would have had I don't know, maybe it's just me. It would have been more yeah, mysterious and more scary to like never
Fair.
see his face, to like not know what it you
Yeah.
know? Like
Now, I
because
think,
again, gross mouth.
and I think part of the mouth and the reason they did that is, and like the reason they have the creepy tongue is in a lot of folklore art. like that depicts him, he does have this very large mouth that's like he's got the big tongue, like that's part of his thing. Now, okay, so kind of with the talked about the horror part. Now, the kind of other half of it, do you feel would you consider it a good Christmas movie?
What do I consider a good
Do you
miss
consider it
or
a good Christmas movie? Does it feel like, yes, it's horror, yes, it's weird, but do you feel it's a Christmas movie? Do you feel it fits that lovely category?
Other than it being set at Christmas, and obviously Krampus is a Christmas sort of character, otherwise I would say no. Because, like, when I'm thinking of a Christmas movie, even if it's a chaotic movie, like
Mhm.
Jingle All the
Christmas with
Way?
the Cranks
Oh.
or like Family Vacation, sorry, Christmas Vacation, um, like they're chaotic about Christmas, but like people are dying, like so like I wouldn't consider it a Christmas movie in like the classic like
Classic
definition of
way.
it.
Taylor?
I feel like um I feel like if there were more, you know what I
Okay.
mean? Like there are multiple Grinches, there are multiple like Home Alones, there's multiple. Like I'm not saying a sequel per se, but I'm saying like if
Other
there were
ideas, other
more
takes.
stories that were Krampus centered
Hmm.
um during the holidays, I think that it would kind of be like, okay, cool. Like this isn't just a one-off whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
I think with Christmas movies, you kind of imagine like the joy and being holly jolly and learning to love your family by the end of it or loving humanity. And at the end of it is just like not that. They're kind of trapped with each other, which is definitely the opposite of what Toni Collette wanted. But yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's like right on the edge there. Like, yes, it's Christmas themed, but I think that if the subject matter was like repeated, for lack of better word, if a couple more
Yeah.
times, I think it would just definitely be like, oh, okay, we're gonna watch this Krampus movie as opposed to this
Fair.
other Krampus movie. We're gonna watch the Muppets Christmas Carol and not the OG 1930 whatever because the Muppets Christmas Carol is better. You know?
Yep. I had a couple scenes I kind of wanted to ask you your thoughts on. So we're gonna kind of we'll start at the beginning.
Once upon
How
a
do you feel
time.
about that whole opening sequence? Fun fact, it was filmed in one day in a shopping center in New Zealand.
Ooh, New Zealand.
So a fun
Okay.
fact. But how do you feel about that portrayal of Christmas within a Christmas movie? That
Was it
very cynical look of a Black Friday shopping. Like everyone's miserable. Nobody is happy. The workers are not happy. The people shopping are not happy. Everyone is fighting. Everyone is miserable. Kids are crying. People are getting tasered. Toys are getting completely just like ripped apart because people are fighting over them. It is not pleasant, especially when we have it, the juxtaposition with the most wonderful time of the year, a very classic Christmas song. How did that make you feel?
I mean, we've definitely seen versions of that in different movies too, right? Like said, my first thought was Jingle All the Way when he's trying to get the Ultraman and him and Sinbad are fighting over it.
Hmm.
Wow. Um, like we definitely get like these shopping scenes in regular Christmas movies.
Hmm.
But they're always framed in not so cynical a light too, right? Like it's
Yes.
always just like, I gotta get this toy for my kid. Everything I'm doing is for my kid. And like, you're not really getting that in this. You're definitely like, I'm gonna trample the coworker or the workers. I'm gonna trample whoever's in front of me. Like, I feel like if anything, it's definitely an honest depiction of, seriously, a honest depiction of like what that sale at least used to be. Like I don't think it's nearly as bad because you have a lot of online sales that start a week ahead. So
Yep.
in the year 2025, maybe that's not what Black Friday looks like, but it definitely did look like that and people would get hurt on a regular basis. So I feel like it's a pretty honest depiction of what is actually happening. And it with paired with this music is just like, oh yeah, you're like experiencing the worst evening of your life because this sucks. You're getting tased and peeing yourself because that's what happens, and
Yeah.
Christmas carols are just playing over the PA.
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah, and I thought, interesting choice to open your Christmas movie.
yeah,
It's not like somewhere placed later in the movie after you've had a little bit of like, oh, it's nice, it's Christmas. It's like, no, we're coming out of the gate. It's setting the tone.
yeah. It definitely sets tone. I feel like it would be weird and also timing probably if they did like, oh, they were at the Christmas pageant. It's like, Max, I can't believe you got in the fight, or if that's the kid's name is Max.
Yep.
Okay, Max, I can't believe you got in the fight. You're so bad, but we have to stop off at the store because your aunts and uncles are coming and we didn't get presents for their kids. Let's go to the thing. And then they participate in that. I think that would have been different. But I also think time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair. Yep. Renee, how did you feel about that opening?
I thought the song choice hilarious. And like some of the footage is like slowed down, so like that's just I don't know, extra funny having like all that chaos, all that drama slowed down and then, the most wonderful time of the year. That was the song, right?
Yeah.
Being played on top of it. And I said to my sister, because we watched the beginning together, I was like, this is hilarious. I definitely exaggerated because, like Taylor was saying, shopping's not really like that. Like, a lot of it's online. Um, I never really did Black Friday shopping, so I never experienced that. But, like, I think it was early 90s, maybe. Was it Tickle Me Elmo was, like, the item? And, like,
Yes.
people got trampled. If
People died.
I might be mistaken, but I think someone died in, like, a stampede of people. Either they
Yeah.
died or they just got, like, really injured. I don't know. But, like, relieved for retail workers in the sense that it's not really like that anymore. I hope.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But I thought the opening scene pretty funny. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And my next kind of half of this question is we're going to jump to the end. I mean, Taylor, you kind of already shared your opinions, but what did you all think of the ending?
Boo! I okay. As I'm watching it, and he's face off with Krampus, and he's just like, "I'm sorry," and I'm like, "That's it? All he had to fucking say was he was sorry, and this all goes away." I was like, I don't know what I expected, like, or like what would be a better sort of
Hmm.
solution, or like, more dramatic or something. But I just was like that's it. He just has to say he's sorry, and then I was even more confused afterwards, where they all wake up, and I was like, oh, it's just a dream for him. But then I'm like, everyone is in on it, so I'm confused on the ending now because I'm like, they all see that like rusty bell or ornament, whatever it is, and they're all like looking at each other, looking at it, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm not sure. Does everyone remember?
But nobody
Because
else
Um,
got a
the,
rusty bell, right? Like it was just Max that got a yucky bell.
the way I interpret it as with their faces dropping and you're hearing the dialogue and of everything that has happened, everyone has now remembered and realized, and that's when they kind of realize that this is almost like a liminal space of just yeah, they're trapped. This is not a happy Christmas. This is torture and we're trapped forever and we didn't win. And don't don't lose the spirit of Christmas.
my my impression of the snow globe was that everybody in the world is in a snow globe, and
Hmm.
that's his way of like watching everybody. So
Potential.
I didn't think it was like you become trapped in a snow globe and it's just a
Hmm.
select number of people or families. My impression was it's everybody in the world, and he can pick up any snow globe and look in on what's going
Okay.
on there. He's like, oh, these people are good, put them back. So that was how I understood it,
Because
but I could be
the
wrong.
reason I thought it was like I interpret as they are trapped is when you watch that scene of that Christmas morning. it's shot in a completely different color palette and everything's fuzzy. Everything has been, the sharpness of all the images has been softened. So everything's more like a dreamlike state. Everything's brighter, everything's cleaner. The room and the decor, everything has been toned up to be like a dream sequence, to look like they're in a dream. Nothing, it doesn't look like reality anymore. Everything's soft and fuzzy and like their outfits, everything is perfect. Perfect. So that was my interpretation personally. I don't know, Taylor, what do you think of all of it?
Okay, I didn't understand it. I still don't really understand it. But I do understand it kind of. Like he would have been left behind, but because he threw the bell at Krampus, he's like, "You're an ungrateful little shit. I'm gonna send you with all of the rest of your family."
Mhm.
Basically. Like you're a bad kid. You didn't enjoy the gift that I gave you as a warning.
Hmm.
You suck. Go to hell. Literally. I liked the snow globe. I liked that being kind of like you're trapped in the snow globe. This is your life now. It's kind of like a purgatory type situation. I got that. I just like
There
I
was
don't know.
that.
I think it was like the
It,
motivation of everything. I'm like these all of these people were shitty. I kind of didn't really.
so they all got punished.
Yeah, I was like I kind of don't really care what happens to them. Which is kind of like when they were trapped in the snow globe with each other. I'm like, well, whatever. I think is like my main thing. If a single character was likable, like even Max was unlikable. If a single character was likable and kind of like, oh yeah, you fucked up, you ripped up your letter to Santa and chucked it out the window, you lost your spirit, okay, but also showed like likable qualities, I
Mhm.
think I would have had a different feeling at the end where
Okay.
it's like I'm like everybody here's kind of shitty. And I know that people are just in general kind of shitty, but like nobody here is redeemable, so I don't feel bad that they've been taken by Krampus. So,
Okay.
Except the baby. It's just the
oh yeah, the baby
baby.
did nothing
Baby.
wrong. I don't think that's fair to the baby.
Yeah. She just was being a baby and
There was a handful of things about the movie that just
yep.
like reminded me of Christmas Vacation.
Yes.
Like
Go
the
ahead.
uncle, the uncle on like that's cousin Eddie. Like, come on.
Yeah.
And the advent calendar, every once in a while they would like open it and it would do like
Mhm.
a countdown of days. That's in Christmas Vacation.
Absolutely.
Those are the two main things that I noticed about it.
I haven't seen Christmas Vacation in a while. Maybe I'll watch that this year.
Mhm. And I
So I
think just
wouldn't have picked up on that.
the dynamic of having like the super rich family with the hardcore working class family
Yeah.
and like even though they're like they're family, they're both related, they're we got the siblings, like they're family, but like and having
Yeah.
that class
And then like the doorbell
significant.
rings and like everyone like turns and it's just like, oh no. That was a Christmas Vacation bit too.
Oh, pouring the whiskey into the coffee, just like so apparently one of the few notes that they received from the studio more than once was that they needed to cut back baby crying. Apparently they had the baby crying sounds a lot.
Huh.
Also, did I don't know if I'm just there were multiple shots where I'm like fake baby.
Oh, I
100%.
wasn't
Like you
paying
could
that
I
close
just the
I
attention.
way they're holding it, because like sometimes you can't tell. Like sometimes okay, it's probably a doll. But there were at least one or two shots where I'm like, that's
if
obvious.
I was to watch it again, I would probably notice. But that first time watching it, I didn't think about it. I didn't look for it. I didn't notice.
I didn't pick up on it. On the other hand, whenever I watch movies, I usually try and look for the wig for reasons that are unclear. I don't always clock it, but I literally watched it the second time and I went, that's a wig. That's a wig. That's not her real hair. That's not a normal hairline.
That's funny. I like
I'm
that.
like 90% sure Toni Collette is wearing a wig, and so is her sister.
Fair.
Yeah. Just,
Believe it.
that's how I watch movies.
That's okay. Um, and my other little fact is Omi is the only person to refer to Krampus by his name.
Oh,
As
okay.
Krampus.
Yeah.
Krampus.
Yeah, just
Another
kind of.
thing I thought was happening was when Max got the bell thing. I thought it was kind of like she was passing on like a curse kind of thing to him. I kind
Okay.
of thought it was like it's
Your
maybe it's
burden
not
to
passed
bear.
along. Yeah, and like she's like, I'm done with it now. Now it's your problem, kind of thing.
Okay.
I thought that for a bit, but then the whole family kind of like this was at the end, right? So then the whole family like sees it and they start to like remember. So that I was like, okay, now that couldn't have been it.
To say I'm more thrown off by the fact that like Omi speaks German for like
Yes, with an it's apparently it's an Austrian dialect
okay,
specifically.
so she speaks Austrian.
Yeah.
Um, but everybody else speaks English to her, and then Adam Scott does like a line later in German or whatever. And I'm like, wouldn't anybody else also pick up on the German or whatever? Why is
I,
nobody else? I
I
don't understand.
feel
If you're a you're basically a bilingual household.
yeah, but again, it's probably done just like for movie and theatrical, but you could argue that potentially she like because clearly she does speak English at one point, but you could argue that she's just more comfortable speaking in German and Austrian. Um, Therefore, she doesn't use the English very often. Clearly, everyone, not so much Tony Collette, but like I'm Scott, the kids, like they understand, like
Yeah.
especially Max, like he is constantly translating for her, but even though he never speaks the language.
Yeah.
Again, that could just be some movie finagling, but you could argue that he understands but isn't comfortable expressively in the
Yeah.
alternate in like in that language.
I just am like, you've got this old lady who is comfortable speaking, I'm gonna call it German, speaking German, and like you don't have like Max doing like a throwaway line of like things that he always says to Omi in German. I understand that like this is fake,
Yeah. I know what you
but
mean.
I'm like, uh, it's not so much that Omi is speaking German, but that like literally nobody else speaks to her, even though they live and grow up in the same household as her. You know what I mean? Like if I lived with my grandma or my grandmother lived with me, I think I would know a basic amount of Portuguese that I could like speak to her, right? So like in my brain, I'm like, this kid knows German. He's obviously fluent enough to understand it. Why isn't he saying like any line, just one, to her in
We could,
German? This is
yeah.
not a, this is obviously a real world thing and not so much this is fake. It's a movie. It doesn't matter.
What were your favorite helper characters of Krampus's? Were there any that you really liked? Like out of all the little, like the demonic decorations, the cookies, the toys, the elves, any of the creatures that we see at the very end in our giant fire pagan festival ness.
I don't even remember what the creatures at the fire pit look like
Yeah,
because
so
I
most of that
was,
was more elves, but then we also see his like reindeer on his sleigh. And I think those are also from folklore. Those
yikes.
are creatures from this realm of folklore.
Um, Loved the elves. They were, I think, a good level of creepy, but kind of funny.
Mhm.
Because they've got like they're like, their masks are very round. So
Yeah.
they've got happy shapes, but like also kind of creepy. I really loved the teddy bear, like a lot. I don't know what it is about that thing. Again, it's very Gremlins to me, so I'm like, yes,
Maybe.
perfect. Do you
Yeah.
know if they used a lot of like practical effects or if it
They
was
did.
like CGI?
I did a lot of practical
Love
effects. I
practical.
remember this. I didn't watch it this time around, It was a few years ago I watched it, but I did watch like some of the special features on the DVD.
Yeah.
Um, and the entire Krampus costume, it's a costume, like including the feet. Like the dude is in like these weird stilt shoes.
Love.
It was very slow for this person to walk around, but there is a person in the Krampus costume. And obviously the tongue is CG, but they built the entire Krampus costume. It was incredibly heavy. They have the chains, they have the bells. They straight up made goat's feet. Like it's very hard to move, but it exists. The fingers, the hands, it exists in real life.
That's awesome. See, now
I
I
love
like the
that.
movie better.
Yeah. Any other thoughts before we do final, like any other like thoughts, questions, or things you wanted to discuss before we do final wrap ups?
No, but this isn't like Krampus specific, but I think that more Christmas movies need to be spooky.
There is,
Um, Because like, you know how you like listen to old Christmas songs and they're like, we're sitting by the fire telling ghost stories, and you're like, ghost stories at Christmas? And then you've got the Christmas Carol that has like is obviously stories and spirits and stuff. I'm like, why don't we have like more of that? And then like you've got Krampus that's like based in folklore, but then you have like that weird horse Christmas in Wales. I looked
yeah,
it up while we were talking. I don't remember what it is, and I definitely could not pronounce it, but they have like that thing where they have like the horse skulls
yeah,
on like the thing and that they're underneath a sheet.
yeah.
And it's
I've seen
like
pictures of that. It's
it's
weird and
so spooky and so creepy, but like so cool and
yes.
like Christmas. Anyways, I just think it's interesting. I think that I liked Krampus. Here we go. We're going into final thoughts now. I liked
Yep, that's okay.
Krampus, but I didn't like Krampus. But I think if there were more movies like Krampus, I would like Krampus more. Does that make sense? Like I think that like the Christmas movie genre could use a little bit of like a mix 'em up. Like a let's throw in some spooky things in here. Maybe not so much
Good
horror because
spooky.
that's not like my vibe,
There,
but like
yeah,
yeah.
because there is a genre of horror Christmas movies, and they're for the most part very bad.
Yeah.
They're not very good. I haven't really seen too many. I think there's one or two that Kyle told me that are actually like pretty okay that we need to watch at some point. But for the most part, a horror Christmas movie generally is not very good.
Yeah. I think
It's
just spooky. I think we've been overrun by like
hyper happy,
commercial and what?
hyper happy.
Hyper happy, just like overly commercialized, consume, 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 but then also like really crappy Hallmark movies, which honestly love, but got to change it up a little bit, guys.
Yeah,
I
I
watched
agree.
one recently and I was like, I know where this is going. Am I having a good time? Yes. Is the writing spectacular? No. No, it's not.
Yeah, fair. Do you want to give a star rating right now?
I'm gonna do like a 5, I
Okay,
think.
fair.
Yeah, right in the middle. It's not like super high for me. I know what it was trying to do. I do like it, but I just wish it was different and better.
Fair. Fair. Renee, do you have final thoughts and all that?
My rating is the same as just 5, like partly because, not my type of movie, but I appreciate the work of it. You know what I mean? Like the
Mhm.
directing, the music. I mentioned that earlier, all of that. So like I appreciate the movie as like a piece of production, but
Yeah.
like it's not for me.
Fair.
So putting all my personal weight into this, just it's a 5 for me.
That's all right. I mean, Like I said, coming into this is genuinely a favorite movie of mine. I since 2015, I've watched it every single year. It is a must watch for me. I love it. I love movies that delve into folklore, especially things that are related to um different like pagan aspects. I think it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. I like researching and learning about more of it afterward. I like the horror. I like the fact that it's also comedic and they kind of play with it's it's scary. They try and be a little bit spooky, but it's also they know what they're doing. They're not trying to be full scary. They're being funny. They're playing off of a lot of Christmas movie tropes and dialing it all up, making it a bit more ridiculous. And yeah, the characters are unlikable. I personally find that kind of fun that for me and within the context of this, because I'm like, yeah, you know what? You kind of deserve to be dragged into hell. Y'all are kind of the worst. Not too mad about this. I love the practical effects. I love the look of it. It's just it's my kind of vibe, my kind of movie. So like I mean, for me, I'm like a 9 out of 10, but this is my kind of movie. This is my vibe. But I can totally see why people don't like it. I get it. I see it's weird. Fully understand that. As yeah, mine and Kyle's reaction as I remember when we first saw the trailers, we're like, oh my God, this movie is gonna be freaking weird. It's gonna be shit. We have to go see this train wreck. That was our reaction. We saw it in theaters. We walked out. Our reaction walking out of that theater was that was 10 times better than it had any right to be.
Hmm.
It worked really well. It far exceeded our expectations. I definitely like it more than he does, but
Yes. Okay. And that was 2015's Krampus. Thank you so much for I'm just having a hard time talking. Thank you so much for hanging out and talking movies with us. If you want to see our face, we're on YouTube at Where You Watching That Pod. You can follow us on Instagram at Where You Watching That Pod. If you have any movie recommendations, questions, fun facts, you can email us at were you watching that pod at gmail.com. We're also on Spotify. If you don't want to look at our faces, we are just were you watching that with maybe a question mark and an exclamation point after it. And then don't forget to tune in next time when we cover the 2000 holiday hit, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Okay, bye!